Like I said, you're not gonna hit me though. You're not gonna hit me though. You ain't gonna hit me though. You ain't gonna hit me though. Easy. I'm calling my daddy right now. I'm calling my daddy right now.
All right, guys, this is Old School Will. If you would, stop scrolling there for a second, because I've been noticing on the social media sites there's a major problem that's really going around. A lot of relationships are breaking up.
You know what hurts the most? Realizing you were fighting for someone who already made peace with losing you. And that's when it hits you. Not everybody who enters your life was sent to stay. Some people are just lessons dressed like soulmates. They teach you how to stop begging for bare minimum, how to stop shrinking yourself to be loved, how to stop calling pain attachment. Because the truth is, some people will drain your peace, break your confidence, waste your time, then leave you to heal alone. But one day you'll thank God they left, because losing them forced you to find yourself again. And sometimes the breakup didn't destroy you. It exposed what was destroying you slowly.
And I have taken the time, and I can really understand every one of these men that I'm about to show you and what they're about to tell you what the problems are. And this is from a man's perspective of why we're shutting down, we're no longer getting involved in relationships. We're we're no longer even thinking about marriage. And it's really sad that it's gotten to this point. But this is about a 25-minute video of men, and I intentionally left women out because I want you to hear straight from men as to what the problems are with relationships. We're not here to badger women. By no means am I here to do that. I'm here to explain and let you see for yourself, if you're willing, why your relationships are failing, why dating apps are failing, why marriages are failing. And unfortunately, a Pandora's box has been opened here. And Old School really don't see it being closed. Because men have really, and let me back up one thing here. This video is about the good men. We're not talking about the Chads and the Ray Rays and the Pookies and all those guys that are there just for one night stand. No. This is about the good men that you either want in your life or you have had in your life and you have let them go. And unfortunately, they are not coming back because they've gotten a good taste of what it is to travel and to find themselves. And Old School has been there. So I firsthand know what the problems are, and I really don't think there are any solutions left. Because until we communicate and learn how to listen, I don't think there's any turning back. So I'm not going to talk you to death on this first part of it. I hope that I can really instill what's going on. So let's go ahead and take a listen, and it's only about 20 minutes, 25 minutes long, of what the problems are from a man's perspective. Y'all stay blessed.
You know what kills a man the fastest? Not work, not stress, not pressure. It's feeling unappreciated in his own home. A man can carry the weight of the world if he knows his woman sees him, respects him, and values what he does. But the moment he feels ignored, criticized, or taken for granted, something inside him breaks. Men don't die from exhaustion. They die from discouragement. A man can survive long days, heavy responsibility, and endless battles, but He cannot survive coming home to a place that makes him feel like he's never enough. A lack of gratitude, a harsh tone, a constant attitude. That's what drains a man's soul. What kills a man fastest is giving his all and still feeling like it means nothing. Because men don't need much. Respect, softness, appreciation, a peaceful place to breathe. Give a man that, and he'll move mountains. Take it away, and you'll watch him collapse in silence. A man doesn't quit when life gets hard. He quits when love stops feeling like love.
He feels tired. He's exhausted not because of his work. He's exhausted because he doesn't have your feminine energy on his side. You could change this man's life right now. You could take 10 years off of this man's life if he could feel the sustained love and energy and admiration from you, and not all the judgment and not all the controls. He's tired of fighting. That's the only reason he'd ever leave you, not because he doesn't love you. He just can't live without an ounce of freedom left. The freedom to feel, the freedom to think, the freedom to make his own decisions. And it doesn't mean he doesn't willingly include you. He's done it the whole way. He's played level 2 the whole way. And you run him over with a truck.
I'm tired of relationships. You want to know why? The reason why I'm tired is because all I sit there and do is put all my effort for somebody that's willing to walk away or not care about my feelings. I'm tired of making the effort. I'm tired of trying to make them better. I'm tired of babysitting people that don't need to be babysitted. I'm tired of them DMing and texting other men and women. I'm tired of them entertaining others except the person they should truly be entertaining is me. I don't understand this new generation of love. I'm scared of giving my heart now because of the fact that I remember the moment I gave it up is the moment I almost gave up my life. I'm truly tired. Men and women in this generation are no longer the same. The dating is trash. Being alone is the safest place and the most peaceful place in my life right now.
I've had a lot of struggles with physical attraction. I tried to tell myself that physically that was all that I needed, and it wasn't. I don't feel that she was the person I was meant to be with for the rest of my life.
You want to leave?
I want to be free of the pain on both sides. I'm sick and fed up with feeling this way. It's unfair to her, it's unfair to me.
I see. So you basically believe you know it's right, but have not had the guts to do something.
You got it.
For you to have certainty and comfort, what do you got to do?
I need to know that I'm loved.
So you're living a life where the most important thing to you in life is not being met, and you have uncertainty about it.
Listen to these words by this man explaining why a good man leaves a relationship.
You can't mistreat a good man and then be shocked when he stops being good to you. A good man, he'll take a lot. He'll be patient when you're difficult. He'll stay calm, cool, and collected, even while you're pushing his buttons. And because he keeps showing up, you think he's never going to leave. But what you don't understand about good men is, they don't leave loud. They leave quiet. One day he just stops caring. That's a man who finally accepted that his peace is worth way more than your approval. Good men don't turn bad. They just stop being good to the people who punish them for being that way. That's not a character flaw. That's a man who finally learned that loyalty without boundaries is simply self-destruction.
Everything he said is 100% truth, and I'm one of them men. 15 years. And when the disrespect came, enough was enough. When the situation came, all I said is give me 30 days. And within them 30 days, I still did my job as a man. I tried to be more respectful. I didn't want to hear the gaslighting. Men don't, real men, good men, because I was raised by good women to taught me how to be a good man, to raise my kids, to provide for my kids, to protect my kids. when to leave. And I left. 4 years later, fighting for a divorce. I didn't understand that part. And when it finally came in, within them 4 years, I had my son. He graduated high school, moved on. I went and got my peak, went and got my spot because I finally, after 20 years, I got to live by myself. I want that more than anything in the world over the chaos that I was living in and still trying to be a good man. So everything he said is 100% correct. A lot of women do not understand when a man gets silenced. You might got a man at home right now, or you might got a woman at home. Remember that song, Better Call Tyrone? Men be saying, you better call Shirley, because enough is enough.
When a man is tired of you, he will not correct you anymore. He will not advise you. He will not complain about anything anymore. He will let you do whatever you want because he knows he is done with you already. Only a man who loves you will talk to you, advise you, and open up to you. So cherish any man that is willing to open up to you whenever they are hurt.
When a man fed up, he ain't got nothing else to say no more. He start to focus on where he's supposed to go in his life. He don't care about I love you no more. He don't care about talk about it. He don't care about communicating no kind of way. He wants you out of his face, man. He got so much he got to do with his life. He ain't got time to do nothing else for you. These men get tired when they fed up. Hey, they gone, man. Ain't no coming back. I don't care what you say about that man. That man gonna do what he's supposed to do as a man and forget about you. You take these good men for granted until they get with somebody that really love them and really want them, really spend time with them, really understand their mind, understand their heart. That man tired of getting his heart broken. That man is tired of feeling broken. When that man put himself together, he is stronger than he was before, and that is real. I don't care what these women say, man. Some of these women are a burden on your heart, a burden on your back, a foot on your neck, man. It's time to get up and stand up and walk away from that situation before it gets worse for you and your situation.
A lot of women don't realize how lonely a man can feel in a relationship. He shows up every day, provides, protects, and leads, but inside he feels completely unseen and unappreciated. He carries the mental load, the financial pressure, and the emotional weight, yet rarely hears a simple thank you. Here's the truth. Men wants to open up about their fears and struggles, but fears being seen as weak or less of a man. So he stays silent, keeps performing, and slowly starts to disconnect. Many good men are dying inside while looking perfectly fine on the outside. They smile and keep going because that is what is expected. He does not need you to fix him. He just needs to feel respected, desired, and emotionally safe with you. If you have a man who is still choosing you every day, start showing him real appreciation before he stops choosing. A lot of women don't realize how lonely a man can feel in a relationship. See him, respect him, and value him while he is still there.
Maybe we need to have a real conversation. Put your seatbelt on. I'm getting tired of repeating myself. I'm not asking for you to agree with everything that I say. I'm asking you to listen and hear me sometimes. There's a difference. See, a lot of women think a man goes quiet when he doesn't know how to communicate. Sometimes he goes quiet because he's communicating the same thing 10 different ways, and every single time he feels like he's talking to a brick wall. How many times do I have to tell you that disrespect bothers me? How many times do I need to tell you that I need consistency? How many times do I need to tell you that when I talk, baby, stop over talking me? How many times do I need to tell you what makes me feel appreciated? See, at some point, it starts to feel like you're not struggling to understand me. You're choosing not to. And there's a difference. See, every time I have to repeat myself, it sends me a message. It tells me that what matters to me doesn't matter enough to you for you to make an adjustment. Now, baby, here's the dangerous part. Women are often waiting for the big argument. They're waiting for the raised voice, the slam doors, the emotional conversation. But what he's not telling you, baby, was this. The day he stops bringing it up isn't always because the problem got fixed, baby. Sometimes it's because he's already made a decision. He realized that if I have to keep convincing you to care about something that's hurting me, then maybe you aren't my person. See, men don't always leave when they're angry. Sometimes we leave when we're exhausted, when we get tired of begging to be heard, when we get tired of explaining the same thing over and over and over again, when we realize we're putting more effort into communicating than the other person is putting into listening. And let me say something, ladies, that just may sting just a little bit. If another man can sit down with you for 30 minutes and you remember every detail of what he said, but you've been with that man for 3 years and you still saying, I didn't know you felt that way. That ain't a memory problem, baby. That's an attention problem. That's a priority problem. That's a respect problem. A good man doesn't want to spend his life competing with your phone, your friends, your pride, and your unwillingness to listen. He wants to know that when he opens up his mouth, the woman he loves values what comes out of it. Because eventually, a man who feels unheard will stop explaining himself. And once he stops explaining, don't be surprised if the next thing he says is goodbye.
And get tired. We get tired. God, we get tired. And don't nobody give a damn. The folks you think to give a damn don't give a damn. Sometimes your kids don't even give a damn. And in the face of such hurt, heartbreak, rejection, confusion, my men are just out here lost. You know, waking up every day is a miracle.
If a man stops arguing, pay close attention. If a man stops arguing or stops trying to explain his side of the story, make no mistake, that is not submission. That is not him finally agreeing with you. That is a man who has decided you are no longer worth the energy of a conflict. He didn't start out cold. He used to be the one trying to fix every crack in the foundation. He communicated until he was shattered. He bought the lie that if he just explained it clearly enough, eventually he would be understood. But he learned the hard way that you cannot be heard by someone who is only listening to reply. He realized that his passion was being labeled as aggression, and his feelings were being dismissed as complaining. Even the most resilient man has a limit. He found clarity in the silence that he never found in the shouting. He stopped trying to prove his point because he realized the only way to win with certain people is to stop playing the game. They will say, he became distant. No, he just stopped interrupting your mistakes. He withdrew his investment, he killed his expectations, and he went silent. Do not mistake this for peace. He didn't lose the argument. He realized the prize wasn't worth the fight.
Brother, you're not a bad man. You're a man who's been carrying too much for too long and you just tired. Tired of trying to do right, but feeling like you keep falling short. Tired of knowing better, but still getting stuck in the same place. That doesn't make you broken. That makes you human. And the truth is that you can't become the man that you're called to be if you're still punishing yourself for who you used to be. You've been hard on yourself for years, and I get it. Maybe nobody gave you room to mess up. But if you can't give yourself some grace, how are you ever gonna grow? Healing starts when you stop beating yourself up and start building yourself up. You're not behind. You're not too far gone. You're just overdue for some mercy. And that starts with you. Brother, you're not a bad man. You're a man who's been carrying too much for too long.
Dismissing men's feelings can be dangerous. Ladies, I've been noticing a trend lately. A lot of y'all are ending up in situations where you're being hurt by your man. And it's hard to explain this without being taken the wrong way. But it still needs to be said. We don't hate you. We don't want to hurt you. We love you. And we want the best for you. But at the same time, we have been trying to communicate the issues we experience with you. And when we do, it gets shut down. It gets dismissed. And over time, that does something to a man. It weakens him. It builds frustration, creates damage mentally. Because now you're asking a man to be in control of emotions he was never allowed to express. You expect emotional maturity from emotional suppression. Some of y'all grew up with brothers. You saw it happen in real time. 4, 5 years old. He cries, he's upset, he's trying to express what he feels, and what does he get? Stop crying. Man up. You're not a baby. You're not a little girl. That's where it starts. That's where the shutdown begins. That's where the disconnect is created. So now fast forward. You're dealing with a grown man who was never taught how to process emotions, never appreciated when he tried, and was conditioned to suppress everything. And now the expectation is he should be a master of it. It's time to be more sensitive to this issue. Ladies, if you can, when a man becomes angry, frustrated, or disappointed, ask him why and just listen. Please stop challenging us. Please stop telling us how we should feel. Just hear us out, because when you do, I promise you're gonna realize that the things we had an issue with were so simple and easy to understand that not only are we able to break it down for you, we already have the answer to how to fix it. And most importantly, when we actually fix the issue, y'all gotta learn to leave it alone and move on.
tired in ways they'll never explain. Not because they don't feel it, but because they don't think anybody really wants to hear it. So they keep it moving. They go to work, they handle what needs to be handled, they show up for the people that they love. And if you ask him how he's doing, he'll probably say, I'm good. But brother, I know I'm good don't always mean good. Sometimes it means I'm trying not to fall apart right now. Sometimes it means I got too much on my mind to even try to explain to you. Sometimes it means I'm tired of being needed more than I'm known. And if that's you, you're not weak. You're not failing. You're not less of a man because the weight gets heavy. You're human. And sometimes you don't need a speech. You need words that meet you where you are and remind you of who you still are. And for the woman listening, if there's a man in your life who keeps showing up, who carries more than he says, and rarely asks for anything, don't wait until he breaks to let him know that you see him. That's why I wrote The Man You're Called to Be. Not because men need another person telling them what they're not doing, because some men need words that remind them who they still are.
They always talk about when a woman gets fed up, but they never talk about when a man does. Listen, I'm going to take the chance and speak up for the fellas on this one. Ladies, we get tired too. We get fed up too, right? We get tired of the lies. We get tired of the inconsistent stuff. We get tired of the lack of effort. We get tired of the same shit. And at some point in time, we have to make that same decision that y'all make to do what's best for us. We have to make that same decision. Listen, y'all say when a woman's fed up, man, listen, men get fed up too. We get fed up too. Fellas, man, if you agree with me, man, just drop it in the comments, man. Let me know that I'm not by myself with this one, because at the end of the day, you got to do what's right for you. You can't keep dealing with the same shit. 2026, no more.
Let me tell you something that most men will never say out loud. When we start pulling away into relationships, it's not always because we're angry. It's usually because we've stopped feeling like we can win with you. Not just in arguments, but in you. We feel like everything we do is wrong or not enough or misunderstood, so we retreat. We work more, we scroll more, we stop being romantic, not because we don't want you, but because we don't want to feel rejected again. And here's the hardest part. We don't have the words to explain it, so we go quiet. And from the outside, it looks like we don't care. But inside, we're drowning in failure. That's what this series is about. Not defending bad behavior, but giving you the lens no one has ever handed to you. Here's what most women don't realize when a man starts pulling away. He's not just being quiet, he's self-protecting. And not because you're scary or intense, you might be, but because he's ashamed. He feels like disappointment, like nothing he does is right. So what does he do? He shuts down. He hides behind work. He stops initiating. He gives you the bare minimum so he doesn't have to get it wrong again. So how do you meet that withdrawal without pushing him even further away? First, you need to know this. Most men don't have the language for emotional pain. We weren't taught it. We weren't modeled it. So instead of saying, I feel rejected, we say nothing.
Let me tell y'all something. Communication can either make or break a relationship. Okay? It can be the savior of all of your problems or the leading cause to the end of everything. You cannot have a healthy relationship if you don't learn to fucking communicate. You bottle that shit up and you expect it's going to go somewhere, it's going to solve all your issues. If you don't fucking speak up on the things that you're dealing with, you'll never be able to find inner peace. But whenever you're able to communicate about that shit with your partner, that's when you start finding true happiness. You cannot be happy with yourself or be happy in your relationship or expect it to even go anywhere if you're not happy with yourself first. Okay? Communication will make or break you. Remember that.
Now, if you made it to the ending of this video, I plan on putting out, the next video will be about women's perspectives as far as what they're thinking. And this time, it will be just the opposite. Old School has found the best videos of women putting out what they feel. So don't think Old School is one-sided. No, I'm a long ways from that. I am only here to try to help remedy a major problem that doesn't seem like it's gonna end up good. So if you're interested and you like what Old School is putting out as far as this topic of relationships, I'm not here to badger, and this channel is not about badgering each other. It's about sitting down and having a decent conversation about the problems and finally seeing if we can instill in each other the solutions. And if we cannot, there's no hope. You can forget that. It's gone. So, you guys stay blessed.